Hey guys, Dino from WealthTip, where our tip for wealth is to trade, invest, and prosper. Now, you might notice that there are a lot of trees in the background, and this is because we are actually camping, my wife and I. So we've decided to take some time off and just take a drive up into the wilderness and just set up camp, basically. And this is so nice. The air is so fresh, and you guys can see by the clarity of uh, the video that the sky is so clear. It's going to be a very beautiful day, and I'm very excited for that. You also may have noticed that I have not uploaded a video yesterday, and that's because we spent most of the day driving up to this place that we're at now, and it's going to be about 4 days that we'll be here. So a lot of the videos, all the videos that we're going to be posting throughout this time is going to be here predominantly, which is absolutely fine. It's a beautiful area. It's a wonderful place to be, and I think you guys will also enjoy the view that we have set over here. That being said, one of the things I wanted to kind of touch on today is just the importance of having processes and systems in place to automate a lot of the legwork that you'll have to do in the beginning of your trading journey. And if you do not have these things in place, it's going to make it very difficult in order for you to kind of find the success that you are looking to achieve. So I wanted to spend some time just highlighting some of the things that's going to make it easier for you that you can automate. And some things is not necessarily in an automation fashion, but it's simply just a template that you're going to be reusing on a frequent and regular basis. And I just want to share that quickly with you here in today's video. So the first thing that you need to have when you are looking to automate your processes is you have to have a journaling template. Now, preferably this will be something that you can either have on a physical page if you like to do that kind of thing, but I would usually recommend having a digital, only because it's easier to store and it's easier to kind of dig up in the archives from your computer system. So when you have a template, a journal template, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to record the results of your trades, and it's going to make it a lot easier for you to record the reasons that you've entered the trade and the results of the trade. And the purpose of the journal is not necessarily to do a long write-up, but there's just a few things that you need to have, certain columns that you need to have in your journal, in a sense, that will allow you to kind of review the trade at a later stage. For one, if you enter the position for a particular reason, then you'll enter it based on a setup that you use on a frequent basis. And then instead of doing a long write-up as to why you entered the position, you simply just write the setup that triggered you into the position. That's the first thing. You also want to make sure that you record the time and date that you got into the trade. And then also you want to record the stop loss size, for example. And lastly, your results. Now, at a later stage, I'll show you my I'll show you my trade journal and the process that I go about when I record a position, or even when I'm backtesting a position, just to kind of give you guys an idea of what it looks like. But those are things that you need to kind of highlight, and it's going to make it so easy for you to just draw on that template and put in the trade criterias, and then obviously just record the results. In that journal, you also want to make sure that you're able to put in screenshots of the before and after of the position, and ultimately study what the setup does and how consistently it plays out. The second thing that you want to do is you want to have a watch list template as well. Now, a watch list template within and of itself is what you would use to write down your thoughts as to why you think this position is going to act the way it will act and do what you think it will do. And having a watch list subsequently puts you in a position where you'll be able to predetermine the movement of the market, and by doing so, when the week starts, you can just review whatever pairs that you flagged on your watch list. You can review your thoughts of it by referring to your watch list. And this is something that has helped me tremendously, especially when it comes to actually looking at the markets, because one of my mentors would always tell me, from Saturday till Sunday, you are an analyst, but from Monday to Friday, you are a trader. You cannot be a trader and an analyst in the same day. The reason being is because it requires two parts of your brain to function in those characteristics. Because an analyst is not typically someone that is looking to participate in the market. An analyst is someone that is simply just looking to determine what's going to happen in the markets. A trader is someone that pulls a trigger. The trader is someone that gets the signal, that gets the instruction to buy or sell, and on that basis, they buy and sell. And so it's very important for you to be able to distinguish those two characteristics as analyst and as a trader, especially when it comes to your journey as a trader and the future and the career you're trying to carve for yourself as a trader. And then thirdly, you want to make sure that you have another folder that stores your thought processes in the time that you are in the position. This is not necessarily a very big criteria. It's something I used to do in the past, but I didn't see much results from it. But I have seen a lot of my students that have applied this principle in the beginning of the journey to help them kind of deal with certain emotions and allow them to kind of surface certain emotions whilst in a position, or when a position didn't work out. What were the emotions that surfaced? And when they saw that there was a consistent trail of emotions that would surface after a specific action would be taken from the markets, then they could focus on dealing with that emotion. For example, if the emotion that they felt constantly was anxiety, then we could have reviewed the position using the trade journal. Then we could have also reviewed the watch list in terms of what they were thinking and if they actually followed their plan. And if it was anxiety, it was usually led to, or the origin of the anxiety would usually be over risking. But they would usually over risk because they were very eager to get to the goal that they've set for themselves, or they were in a particularly difficult financial position, and the trade that they've placed now, they were relying on this trade to win in order for them to get out of the position that they were in, financially I'm speaking. And so this is when they would journal their thought processes in terms of what they were feeling during the trade itself. And as they resolved these emotions through that process, they eventually became a lot more consistent and a lot more mindful of what they would be feeling and how they can resolve it, because they've now set a framework in place to prevent them from having those emotions and ultimately allow them to trade with a lot more accuracy and efficiency. And so these are three things I think that if you're starting out will be highly, highly beneficial to you when you begin your journey. And to develop these habits of having these templates in place is just one of the first steps that you'll take to developing a process and system that will make your journey a lot easier. Because what you do at the end of every month or at the end of every quarter, you do a review of all the data that you've collected. And bear in mind that it's not from a backtesting perspective, it's not from an ASR perspective, which is something we'll talk about at a later stage, but it's more so from a live trading perspective. It's real emotions with real money and real market experiences that you've had, and you're able to kind of see what are the stumbling blocks in your path, what are the challenges that you face, and what are the ways forward in overcoming those challenges and dealing with those stumbling blocks. So guys, I really do hope that this little video made sense today. If you have any questions, please feel free to write them down in the comment section below. But for the most part, I really do hope that you have an awesome week and have a brilliant, brilliant day. And I look forward to chatting to you all soon. Up until then, keep well, and bye for now.